Thanks people of the internet, is I Knuckles Productions 360 and welcome to this new series I'm doing. It's going to be commentaries on Sonic Overdrive, so I hope you enjoy it and let's get on with it. So episode 1, the start of the series, aka the most popular. I should probably talk about the intro. This intro is very different compared to the one that you see now, because you can see at the time I didn't have the Jazzwares modern Eggman figure. And this was filmed I think before my birthday, and by then I already had it and I didn't want to change it because it was already far into production, so yeah. And the song choice here is the SatAM song. I just love it so much. He's got an attitude. I just think it's amazing. And yeah, you can also tell I didn't have many figures at the time. I only had some of the Tomy figures and the Chaotix. And yeah, so there it is. And yeah, at the time I only had 97 subscribers. So, Green Hill Zone. So I had a rule with Overdrive from the very beginning that Green Hill Zone was only going to be featured twice in the entire series. So the first would be at the very beginning, and the other would be at the very end when the series comes to an end. So it comes full circle around. And yeah,
I could just sit back, relax,
and that is a background. That is a green screen background. It's not like eyes are added in, and yeah, I just now noticed whenever and also the phones say Sega, just because why the hell not?
Why'd you call me, bud?
And Sonic's line here that he says, he was supposed to say when Tails says come over to my lab, he's supposed to say Tails was supposed to say fast, like quick. And Sonic was supposed to say, fast, huh? Fast is my middle name. And then runs off, and yeah. And you can hear the narration by Captain Penguins, who does a really good job at narrating this. And yeah, so this was one thing that I also wanted to do, was make references to past Sonic games. You can see Station Square from Sonic Adventure. And I believe, yeah, so... yeah, Perfect Chaos gets added. Even the whole incident of Eggman blowing up half the moon is referenced. I just wanted something to add in, plenty of references from the game, so that fans felt very comfortable at home with this. And even Eggman Man from Sonic Unleashed. So yeah. And Orbot is voiced by James the Red Guy 5, who originally voiced Orbot, up until when Style Cut Music and Films Productions took over the role of Orbot, and eventually Cubot. A lot of people wondering why isn't Cubot in this. It was because I didn't really know how to actually get him to stand up properly, because the figure just kept falling over, and you can see him in the background there, along with the Chow. And I'm really tempted to remake this episode because there's a lot of shaking camera, and I just don't like how the camera just shakes constantly, and it really annoys me. And yeah, this moment right here is a reference to the IDW comics, how Eggman goes, send the Egg Fleet, it's time for me to join up with the Eggman Empire, and stuff like that. And yeah, and that drawing in the left-hand corner is actually hand-drawn by me. And yeah. And yeah, so for the voice of Tails, now Tails had many different voice actors in this series so far. I originally voiced Tails, then James the Red Guy 5 voiced Tails, and then it went to Sonic 457, who provided the voice of Tails for a short time, and then it finally went to Yoshi Tails 13. Who is now the current voice for Tails, who does a really good job, by the way. Check out his channel. And yeah, I like how Tails just sings his theme from Sonic Adventure. And yeah, and this part right here, the Badniks are Lego build. The reason why is because I was on a budget to get the Badniks, and they didn't really have them at the time, so this was the best I could really do. And I do like this line that Tails says that's coming up.
Let you go. Sure,
There it is.
When you get a life, fatty
Where he says, so it's a reference to Sally's line, but the Fatty Robotnik name is a reference to one of the original names for Dr. Robotnik. A lot of people probably ask, why do I call Eggman Robotnik? Well, I kind of grew up with the name Dr. Robotnik, the name of the character, and yeah, I just thought it sounded cooler than Eggman, but I still like the name Eggman. I just kind of incorporate both of them into the series, similar to the main series. And yeah. And this part right here is a reference to Sonic 06, of all things. A lot of people probably ask, why do I just paint in Sonic when he's moving quick? I know that sounds quite lazy, why I'm doing that, but I think it looks cool. It adds a little bit of blur to the character. I like how he just jumps on Eggman's head. And then this part right here is a reference to the Sonic movie. Yes, there's quite a few references, this one part right here. Just because at the time the first trailer with the horrible design came out, and yeah, and it was just terrible. And yeah, and this part right here with a little bit of combat and Dragon Ball Z references in the sound effects. And then you can also see Deadpool in the background for some reason.
I got an idea.
And I do like this part right here where Sonic just jumps on the parts. This part was actually improvised because I wanted Sonic to do something cool with them and to just kind of look like he's surfing on one of them.
Where the emerald is. I would never
And
tell you where that emerald is.
yeah, Tails is cornered in the back.
Oh yeah. What the?
And yeah. Oh, this is the part. You can see Amy is just in the background in the pipe.
Oh no. No.
And
Destroy that Robotnik.
and yeah.
No! We did it, Sonic. Of course we did, Bud. You and me, as always. We'll always beat Robotnik together.
And this part right here is a reference to the Sonic X episode where Sonic and Knuckles fight each other. I think it's episode 5. I can't remember the name of the actual episode. If someone tells me in the comments, then thanks.
So don't try
And, oh boy, this part's really funny.
Yeah, that's what you think. What? Hey,
Oh, the green screen effects are so bad with this one. But yeah, the limited amount of articulation is quite annoying for the Tomy Sonic figure. But I know that some people find it quite annoying, but I don't really mind using it. And then you got the visual effects right here that I incorporated in.
Way past cool. Sonic, yeah, bud?
And yeah, so then you got this part right here with Sonic and Tails.
Alright, bud. Well, you're the guy. Yeah. And, well, to get there...
And yeah, I did incorporate warp rings into the whole thing because I really like the idea of them using the warp rings, simply because it's better and it has a lot more to do with something else. And I just realised it's the same device that Eggman uses to call Orbot and Cubot in episode 5 as well, when he's tricking Knuckles. And this part right here, this actually is the proper introduction to the Chaotix through episode 1. I know their real introduction was in episode 4, but this was technically it. This was more of a cameo than anything else. And I believe Charmy was voiced by Legoland Studios. I can't remember who voiced Vector or Espio, not too sure, but yeah, they all did a really good job.
Where is the emerald?
And Planet Wisp. I wanted to tie this into Team Sonic Racing because it had the area in the game called Doctor's Mine. So yeah, I tied this into the nearest Sonic game. Or the newest one that was released. And yeah, this is the part where we get our introduction to none other then I believe, yeah, so yeah, then we get the emerald. I didn't have actual emerald figures, I just used paint to make the emeralds, but I believe in episode 9 you will see, I'm not too sure, maybe not, but I now have emerald figures, so yeah, yeah.
Oh, metal.
And then of course here's Mel Sonic. So I use the Tomy figures. I use quite a lot of the Tomy figures, and yeah, I do actually. The Mel Sonic is okay, but it's a pain in the butt for animation. But the one thing I do like is whenever he's on screen, he always has his eyes painted, so that he kind of gets that red kind of demonish kind of look that he's known for having. And yeah, then there's this joke right here. I didn't really find this joke funny. Now looking back on it, it's just kind of dumb. But yeah, Tails and Eggman fight off screen. I do wish that maybe we did get that, similar to something like Sonic Adventure 2. But yeah, the runtime was very big for this. And here we go. The fight with Mel Sonic, and the green screen is just, oh, it's bad. And you can see the fighting is, oh, it's weird. This episode does have some weird stuff going in. But yeah, and you can see one shot, I actually forgot to paint in Mel Sonic's eyes, which is really starting to bug me now.
You're tough, Mel Sonic, I'll give you that, but I'm even stronger. It's time we end this, Metal Sonic.
And yeah, this is the reference to the Sonic OVA, which was my first introduction to Metal Sonic. I actually didn't know that Mel's introduction was in Sonic CD. I actually thought it was in the OVA, and then he would just continuously be a threat to Sonic and Co.
Catch me if you can't, slowpoke.
And then Sonic just speeds off, and
fox boy.
And yeah.
What? No, Metal Sonic.
And then there's Metal Sonic, just completely destroyed by paint.
Game over, Robotnik.
And Sonic has the emeralds.
You lose. Sonic.
And that's pretty much so far the episode. You can already see the lines in the background. I'm not very proud of how the last part of the episode turned out. I mean, the first part is very good, but then the last few parts are not very great. You can tell a little bit. Some of the green screen effects do work quite well. I'm really impressed with the Sonic and Tails and Robotnik against the green screens. Besides that, nothing really much. I do like, yeah, so here's the I just reused the exact same shot. That is just completely lazy, my opinion. And, yeah.
I'm surrounded by idiots. I could really use some good news right about now.
And, yeah, and then here we go. This is the tease to the next episode, with them saying about a race in Station Square for the for episode 2,
luck is getting much better now.
titled well, I won't say it too much, but yeah, I did from a very glance, I did want to focus more on other characters who haven't had much screen time in the Sonic games. So one of these characters who I really wanted to focus more attention on in this series was the character of Jet the Hawk, who is revealed here. And yeah, I didn't have Wave or Storm at the time, so I just put Jet. And yeah, and the voice of Jet is none other than Hedgehog Films with a Z, who does a really good, fantastic job as Jet. And yeah, he is the current voice actor for Jet the Hawk. And yeah, so far he's voiced him in quite a few episodes, including episode 1, 2, I think 6, and then 7, I believe it is. And hopefully more in the future. And yeah, and honestly, I do like the laugh that Jet does. Hedgehog from Z almost makes him sound a little bit like the Joker, and that's just funny to me. And yeah, and so that's the commentary, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed, and let me know. Would you like to see more of these commentaries? So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.